Hey everyone, I'm Robert Sosa II, and this is Tuesday, April 9th. What a weird weather day it is today, especially since yesterday was some really, really good weather. It was warm, it was summer like almost got into the 80s. It felt like the 80s in some places. And then now switch it up. Now it's a colder day. Feels more of a early spring, end of winter type of day. So hope everyone's all right. Everyone's good, but just interesting with the weather. So let's get into this. Let's get into some baseball, specifically the Yankees. The New York Yankees season so far is interesting. Interesting in the fact that it could go either way so far. Right now, it's not great. They're not on top of the world in the division, but it's still very, very early. There is so many games left and so many different things to do, but if you're a Yankee fan, there are some concerns here. There really are. But before I get into some concerns, there's things that I think go in the Yankees' favor. One is yes, they have not got off to a start that you would hope, but they look like they're riding the ship. They've gotten some more wins. Yes, they did lose yesterday, but that's baseball. Things like that happen, unfortunately. But there's another game today at 8 against the Astros. So, but one of the biggest things that I think is a positive is that in your division, the Red Sox are struggling in this case even more than the Yankees. And that's a positive because that was one of your biggest rivals coming into this. The Yankees and Red Sox are always a rival, but more importantly, this time around for divisional situations. Because if the Red Sox would have got to the hot start that they did like last season, the Yankees stumbled out of the gate, this would be a real problem. But now that it's more of the Yankees are kind of in the lead and the Red Sox are kind of catching up or tied in this kind of case, it's a little bit better for all these things to happen that you feel like, oh, yes, it's not good, but it's not overwhelming where you feel like, oh my God, we really got to pick it up here. So that's a positive. That's really one of the bigger positives. And some of the players that you're going to get are coming back. CC Sabathia will eventually pitch. So that's great to see. So, things like that, there are some positives. But now the negatives. One of the biggest negatives is that we're, as Yankee fans, should be concerned about is Severino. Luis Severino, looked like he was coming back to start pitching again. He was going to start pitching on flat ground and really get an idea of it. And when he started doing that, he really started feeling some discomfort in his shoulder to the point that he had to tell Aaron Boone or his pitching coach Larry Rothschild and like say, listen, this is how I feel. And so they took him out. He's not going to be with the team. He's probably back in New York already and doing the MRI thing, and we'll find out what happens. And I think this is a big, huge concern for a Yankee fan because yes, pitchers are every 5 days, but Luis Severino was supposed to be your ace of all aces. Yes, you have another one, Tanaka. He's more like I guess, like part A. When there's like some people say there's a one, but there's 1A, 1B. Tanaka's like 1B section of it. So he's not horrible by any means at all. He's very, very good pitcher and can definitely be an ace of the staff. But Luis Severino was supposed to be someone that was going to take over and was going to be your guy moving forward. And now you got to be concerned with this injury. What's going to happen here? I mean, you hope for the best, and maybe it's just something. Unfortunately, it's kind of maybe some more inflammation, maybe just a minor injury that's going to keep him out a little bit longer. But if it's any more than another month, this is really going to impact the Yankees, and they're going to have to make a decision on pitching. Because yes, it's great to see that Domingo Herman has gotten better and that he's someone that seems like is serviceable. Do you know for a fact that he's going to be someone that you could rely on more than this couple starts, more than maybe a couple months? And how is he going to handle playing players he's played before, getting players getting to know him more so they could maybe get to know how he throws and get him off his game and just more consistency of it. Yes, they do have Gio Gonzalez in the minor league system. If he's ready or is ready, and it seems like someone that's viable, I think the Yankees should do that before they think of Dallas Keuchel. Unless Dallas Keuchel, you talk to him and he's dropping his numbers significantly and he just wants to play. But even then, it's still kind of an unfortunate situation because you got to get him in pitching shape. You can't just throw him out there, so he's going to go to the minor leagues anyway. So this is just a really, really, really weird and awful situation for the Yankees that could potentially be way worse. Right now, I wouldn't sound any alarms, but I'd be very concerned and wonder what is going to happen with the Yankees with Luis Severino being out. I know he's just one guy, but that was a guy you're going to rely on to get a lot of wins or at least get you into the deeper innings so that your bullpen can come in either to save the game or to keep it going until you get that, home run or hit or whatever it is to win you that game. So it was very interesting to see how that will go about, what exactly will happen. Uh, I would think that, like I was saying, Gio Gonzalez would be someone that you consider first before anyone else. Obviously, you keep Domingo Herman doing what he's doing. You're gonna get CC Sabathia back, so there are things you can do in the meantime. But if this is more than another month, you're really gonna have to consider Gio Gonzalez, looking at maybe a Dallas Keuchel or someone in maybe you have to do a trade for. Now, with that being said, there are also interesting things going on for the Yankees. Like what's gonna happen with Clint Frazier. He's been doing pretty well coming with the Yankees. He's someone that the Yankees, I'm sure, wanted to be this successful. And now what's going to happen when you have, Aaron Hicks coming back eventually, when you have all these other players in the outfield, what's going to happen with Jacoby Ellsbury, although that's a different story for another day with what he's got to go through and what he could do if he could come back. But I mean, yes, Brett Gardner has not been doing well, and that seems like the situation is to replace him and do a platoon with probably Giancarlo Stanton, and if Aaron Hicks finally does come back. So that's something interesting. Also, if you do that, that means you're going to have to take away Greg Bird or Luke Voigt. That's an interesting case to see who's going to do that. And of course, with LeMahieu, that's one of the biggest things I think taking out from all these injuries is the Yankees were smart to make that deal with LeMahieu because he's been so helpful for the infield. Just a guy that you could plug in at third base, a guy you could plug in at second base, a guy you could plug in at shortstop, someone that, and it's not like he's okay. He's more than okay. When he was playing third the other day, he was playing defense and he was really good. Like he was playing third base all his life. Like he's a permanent third baseman. So it's really good to see that's going on. The Yankees, but one of the biggest things, the Yankees got to get these wins. They can't, and now especially, it's no longer, oh, you're facing the Orioles, oh, you're facing the Tigers, you'll get the wins. Now you're going to start facing, obviously, you're already facing the Astros. You're going to face the Red Sox, and yeah, they may not be good, but who knows how they are against you because they might say, okay, this is our time to get better, and we could get better off of you. So it's just going to be interesting. The Yankees cannot let this, go. They got to figure it out and collect wins. You can't have two losses and one win and two wins and then two losses. You got to string wins. You got to. It's not do or die now, but it's important because these beginning games do affect you later on. It's not like, oh yeah, we lost all these games in the beginning of the season, but we won all these games. No, you got to get a better winning record. That's the bottom line. And it's something I would say you shouldn't be 100% concerned about, but it's going to be interesting with Gary Sanchez. Gary Sanchez offensively, when he's hot, he is a really, really tough out. Hits home runs, has power, gets on base. But now you're seeing some issues here. He's making mistakes on the base path that are not good to make. You can't get picked off. You can't get picked off at third. And I understand he's hitting home runs, and that's great. But you got to just be overall better. You can't be, I'm not saying be Golden Glove this and be phenomenal at that and be like, phenomenal player in all the things that you do. But I think you should be more at least serviceable. You can't be taken out at third. You can't be getting picked off. You got to, things like that. That's a little bit of a problem. Everything else I think is okay. And as long as Gary Sanchez is healthy, I think he'll be all right. As long as he doesn't have the stretch of hitlessness and low numbers and batting average and stuff he had last season, I think he'll bounce back pretty well, and we'll see what happens. And I do think one of the things that helps all this is Aaron Boone, because Aaron Boone is an even keel kind of guy. He's not going to be too down. He's not going to be too high. He'll know what to do. He'll figure things out, and he'll make sure that everyone, no one feels like, oh my God, this is not going well. He's going to someone just say, hey, listen, guys, we got this. We got to do this better. We got to do that better. But here's what you're doing better. Here's what you're going to do better. And here's what you already do well that I want you to prove upon. So I think things like that are great to see. And for the Yankees, it's just you got to keep figuring stuff like that out. You just got to keep collecting wins. Um, you have to also, as much as this is nothing that they can do, you can't afford too many more players injured. So you got to keep up on that, I would say. So all these different things. But overall, the message I would say to Yankee fans is hang in there. This is obviously far from over. You're going to get the season, you never know, could get better. But there are key concerns. Severino's one of them. And that's it. All right. When I come back, I'll be talking some NBA playoffs and how the end of the season is going to go in the NBA.